everyone, welcome to the 6th episode of the Base Talk podcast. My name is Liyana and I will be your moderator or your host for today's episode. Today, we'll be diving into the wonderful world of extracurricular activities, where high schoolers might sometimes be unsure as to which extracurricular activity they might want to pursue, how they might go about pursuing it, and we're here to answer all of your burning questions. So today, we have a lineup of incredible speakers, actually all from the same school, and we'll be answering any questions pertaining to extracurricular activities. So without further ado, let's introduce our panelists or speakers for today. Maybe Adeena can go first.
Hi everyone, my name is Adeena Sofia. You guys can call me Adeena. I'm a PNB scholar and I'm planning to pursue a chemical engineering degree.
Hi everyone, I'm Nesamani Victor. You can call me Mani. I'm a Yayasan UEM scholar and I'll be planning to pursue computer science in the future.
Hi, my name is Siew Hao. You guys can call me Siew Hao. I'm a Shah scholar and I'm originally from Bintulu, Sarawak. And I'm planning to study electrical and electronics engineering, but I might change in the future, who knows. And I'm planning to study in UK, US, or Australia. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. So, I'm pretty sure we have lots of questions to be answered for today. So, I think we can just dive right into the questions that we might have, that students at least might have, because I'm pretty sure all of us went through a journey in our high school where we just didn't know what to do. And I guess then the first question that we have today is can you walk us through your extracurricular activity journey, how you progressed through these activities, and how did you start off in the first place?
And do you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. Okay, so during high school, I did focus on certain competitions and certain programs that I thought would be helpful for me to get a scholarship. But mainly, I did something that I really liked. Okay, so first of all, the thing that I did for 5 years was the Queen's Guide program. I was a Queen's Guide from Perak. There were 5 of us from my state. So it's actually a 5-year program where you have to do badges and complete the logbooks that they ask you to do, join camps, and it's simply that lah. But it's a very big commitment. You have to skip vacations with your family, everything. Okay, the next thing that I did was also IoT, Internet of Things. I did a lot of Arduino competitions, and how I got started into that was honestly just out of curiosity. I saw UTP, University Technology Petronas, having a competition, Arduino competition, and they said that the finalists can go to PetroScience, and I've never been to PetroScience, so that was the only thing that motivated me to go for the competition. I had no idea what's IoT, but I just did it just because out of curiosity and I wanted to go PetroScience. And besides that, I did participate in chess. I did represent the district once, and I did some debate and preaching competitions here and there. That was my journey in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure many students, they have a fear of trying out new things, and I think it's great to have students like you who just go into Arduino competitions.
Yeah, sometimes it's just as simple as that. Maybe you've never been to PetroScience and you saw, the finalists can just go to PetroScience. Okay, I just want to do it. And then ended up, I actually continued doing it for 3 years.
And the course is computer science.
Exactly, exactly, yeah. So it's just out of curiosity and just a childlike want to go somewhere. That's how I even got into computer science.
Yeah. What about you, Siew Hao?
Okay. I think my ECAs mostly revolve around innovation, although I do join other things like chess, I do join choral speaking, essay writing, Chinese calligraphy, but I quickly realized that I'm not that much interested in it, and innovation is the thing that I will be doing, that I wanted to do for the next few years. So I focus myself more into innovation, and I think that's a good thing because during the scholarship interviews or whatever, there's a clear profile of me into innovation, and you can see that I'm really passionate in that. So yeah, I think that's a good thing. And how I got into innovation is I could actually share a really fun story here. So when I was in primary school, I actually didn't got to join any of these innovation competitions. But when I'm in Form 1, it's a day, a sunny afternoon, where me and my friends are running at the field, and I was literally chasing my friend, and suddenly my friend called me. One of my classmates went to me and he said something like, "Oh, there's actually someone looking for me, and it's a teacher." And I was like, "Oh, did I do something wrong?" So I went all the way and followed my friend to that teacher, and the teacher told me that there will be an innovation competition 1.5 months later at Kuching, which is another district in Sarawak. So at that time, I was like really confused because I don't know what's innovation and I don't know whether to participate in that. But in the end, I decided to participate in that because I think it would be really fun. I think it would be a really fun experience and for me to learn something new. So I took that opportunity and we spent the next 1 month with my friends, just build stuff together and prepare presentation and stuff. And it's a really fun process, I can say. Okay, so my friends and I, we did a project about air conditioner leakage detector. So it's something for the air conditioner, and we were really confident that we will win something. We bring an entire air conditioner all the way from Bintulu to Kuching and compete, bring the project to the stage. And in the end, you know what happened? We didn't win any prizes. Yeah.
Happens all.
Won any prizes. And I was like, oh, okay. But it was kind of disappointing, but I think it is still okay because I got to learn something and it's the experience.
It's the experience, yes.
So we flew back to Bintulu and opportunity just come naturally because a few weeks later, our team were informed that we were invited to an international competition in Kuala Lumpur. You know, thinking that we could fly to Kuala Lumpur. And as a person, because before that I didn't got to participate in such a huge competition, so I was like really happy. So we put in more effort in that. We spent a lot of time building that project and we bring an improved version of a product to the international stage. And this time, it was a little bit different because we got to win something. We won a bronze medal.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a bronze medal. So I think this is the starting of the journey. And throughout these years, we progressed through, I think the thing that makes us progress is through failures. Because we failed a lot. And then throughout these experiences, we improved a little bit than our previous self. And after a few years, we won some awards, and there's 2 milestones that I think is quite important to me. And first one is the NASA SpaceX Challenge, where we got to won the global winners, and we got the opportunity to fly to the United States. So that's something I didn't really expect when I first participated in this. And the second is the Shell Explorers program, which is my sponsor. So,
Shout out to our sponsor.
so I got to won the national champion in the 3rd year, but throughout these years we actually like failed a lot because it's a 3 years program, and the first 2 years we just failed, and I was about to give up, but I insisted, and in the end we won something, and we went to Shell London. So.
Wow. This guy's been everywhere.
Yeah. So that's an inspiring story as well. But I think the thing is about picking up, be brave to pick up these failures and move on in life. I think that's something that shaped myself as a person and made me secure my scholarship maybe. Yeah.
Wow. It's like, so inspiring. How about you, Adeena?
Well, as for me, in contrast to them, my main ECA would be basketball actually. And I've been in basketball since Form 1. And you know, I've picked up like small competitions, bit here and there. But it's during Form 4 when I actually got into the like official school team. And I think that being in a sport, especially a team sport, is like what scholarships like to see in their candidates, because you can like make use of your leadership skills, your teamwork, and also like working under pressure, stuff like that. So I think most of my content during interviews were revolving around basketball as well. And also on top of that, I also joined some innovation competitions like Siew Hao, and I agree with what he said. Like, it's not about like winning or losing. It's like about the experience you get along the way, because that's what really matters at the end. And also, if I didn't join any of like these innovation competitions, I wouldn't know how to like do AR stuff. I wouldn't know how to write a research paper and stuff like that. So it's really the experience and the small knowledge you get to pick up along the way.
Yeah, so seeing like the various and diverse journeys you guys have had, I think it's only natural to sometimes feel like the lack of motivation to like continue, like what Siew Hao and Adeena said, like failures are like inherent to like your path to success. So how did you guys stay motivated throughout all these years, and what kept you motivated? Were there times that you just wanted to like give up, just like I can't do this?
Well, you still have the first.
Okay. It's really good. So, I think I will elaborate more on the Shell Explorers program. So for those of you who don't know what's Shell Explorers program, it's actually a 3-year Shell STEM initiative that students can join, and we create innovations to solve 3 things: food, water, and energy. And I think it's a life-changing opportunity for me because I got to really learn a lot in this program. So during my first year, when I got participated in this, the intention of joining this is because the Shell got a really nice T-shirt. So my friends were like, wow, we got like a free T-shirt and something. So we joined that. And because we got to join this when we are in Form 2. So which means when I'm in Form 1, I already got some experience, and that made me like a really good advantage in it. So we represented our school into the state level, but we won the second last place during the state level. Yeah, we were like really disappointing because for the Shell one, we put in quite a lot of effort, like the most effort in that, but we got nothing. But the next year, we believe that we could make ourselves better. So we create a project about recycling, and we bring that to the state level, and we won the state level, and we bring it to the national. But this time, we got the first runner up. And for this competition, it's very unique because only the winners get something. There's only one winner, so we didn't get anything. So we're like quite disappointed, and I think that's the point that I wanted to give up actually, because this competition is really hard to compete. And but one of my friends, he said something like, "Oh, let's try one more time lah." And I think it is this sentence that changed my mindset, and I think just go for another go. And the third year is the time where our team got to win the national champion. And me myself also won the best speaker, which I don't know. It's like really unexpected. Yeah, things just come really unexpectedly. Yeah. So that's the verge that I wanted to give up. And I think what makes me motivated is the spirit of trying, and also my parents behind the project. So it's actually me who participated in the project, but my parents are really involved by asking me a lot of questions on the project that I'm doing. And my dad is actually an engineer, and he got to think a lot of smart questions that I didn't actually think of. And these are the questions that the judges might be asking during the interview stages. So they help me a lot. And I think they are like they're the inspiration to me, and I'm really motivated to continue this path.
Yeah, I think parents and friends play a huge role in like motivating you and like the giving your positive influence in your life. And how about you, Adeena?
Well, as for me, on top of like, joining competitions, and obviously we want to make like people around us proud, like friends, cikgu, and the ones who like jaga us, on top of that, I think the one thing that personally made me motivated is that macam my mindset at the time was like, it's okay, just do it, just go through this. Kalah menang, it doesn't matter yet, but most importantly, like I get the experience, because at the end of the day, I think that's what matters the most, because without like gaining experience, you basically won't really be exposed to the world. And also like personally, this is what like keeps me going. Like parents, teachers, yes, they can push you all you want, but at the end of the day, it's you who's like doing the stuff and like making yourself be better. Like, so, and also in basketball, definitely like it wasn't easy because it's a physical sport compared to like competitions, which like you have to put your brain in, but for sports you have to put your like body in, your energy. So in days where I was like, oh, I really don't want to go training today, it's the experience that, like pushed me, and also definitely my teammates, the friends around me. So I think it's also important to like connect yourself with others when you join this kind of ECAs, because at the end of the day, like you're going to work with other people. So you have to really macam numb yourself with other people, if you get what I mean. Yeah.
It's like the friends that you make along the way that keep you through.
Yes.
Yeah, like being the team of like good friends, I think go a long way.
Yes, exactly.
How about you, Mani?
Personally for me, right, I wouldn't say I ever felt whenever I did anything that I want to give up. But definitely there were points where I thought that maybe I'm not fit for this. For example, the Arduino competition that I was talking about. my first time was when I joined in Form 4. So they only told us that they are going to teach us really, really basic, not even coding, like how to even connect the jumper wires to the Arduino like that. And they just told us all you have to do is come up with a project by yourself. And I just joined simply because I want to go petro science. So I had no idea what I'm going to do. But then I had to learn everything by myself from YouTube. I have to ask my friends or my school RBT teacher if she knows anything on how to do. But mainly I had to do it by myself. And definitely there was a point I wanted to just like, it's okay lah, I can go petro science, just pay money and go lah. But then the experience that came out of it was that I felt satisfied that I got to go to petro science and I got to learn everything by myself. Although my project wasn't that bombastic, I did a simple smart blind stick and other competitors came in with a fire alarm system and everything. But I think what is more important, that the journey gave me the satisfaction that I could learn things by myself, and it is a very rewarding experience after you do everything. And that is what kept me motivated to do it again the next year.
Yeah, I feel like we have like a common theme here. I think in a way failure is like a prerequisite to like success.
Yes.
Where like you have to experience some form of failure first for you to like, succeed in, and to also explore what you want to do, because sometimes you're not sure like whether this like activity is right for me. And yeah, I feel like most students would relate to that. And what would you guys say to students who are not sure whether this activity will be right for themselves?
I would say just go for it, because you never know until you try. And also another reason like I'm leaning towards engineering was all the experience that I took up joining all these competitions. So if you never know if you never try. So I would say just go for it.
Yeah.
For me, I would say, I would just like to share a little bit. During my 2 years, Form 4 and Form 5, I never scored an A for AdMaths. I always got E. I always successfully got an E. So what happened was in school, there were some teachers, because I was a very active person in extracurricular, all of my other subjects were A's, but there will always be that E, even up until trials. So there was a talk going among the teachers that telling other students that this is what you get if you do a lot of ECAs. So they were basically calling me a failure just because of one subject, because I joined a lot of competitions, it was very sad actually. In fact, at one point I did feel like crying, but because it was someone I knew very well to myself who said that to me. But at the end of the day, right, you do what you like, regardless of what people say. I joined the Arduino competitions, I joined Queen Sky because that was what made me happy, and it made me unique compared to people around me. But it's also not for other people's validation. It's truly doing what you want to do.
Yes.
And honestly, after the hard work I put in after trials for AdMaths, I did get an A for SPM. So it was worth it anyway doing the competition. So if you feel like you want to give up or you don't know where to start, honestly, just do it out of curiosity. Just do it because you want to do it out of your own passion. Don't even do it just because you want scholarships. Do it because you really want to do it. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Because if you don't start, you never know where it will take you. And yeah, like I guess students should just explore whatever they want to explore.
I have to say honestly, most of my ECAs, when I was joining them, I didn't even think about like, I want to join this because I want to put this in my scholarship applications. I didn't even think of that. I think you should just go out of just for your own passion and what you like and doing what you want to try and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of that, like since there are like so many activities that we can try out in high school, how does one balance their extracurricular activities with like their school? Like it can be quite hectic and it can be quite like demanding in terms of your time. So like, would anyone want to take this question up?
Well, I would say personally, I have to say that you have to try what is best for you, because what I did may not work for you. And also, I would just say like make use of like all the time you have. Personally, being in a boarding school, what I would do is the small little breaks between classes or like between prep classes and whatnot, I would try to finish a few questions or like review some small lessons from that day. And I think this is what actually like help me balance my studies and also my ECAs. And also maybe time block your day. For example, like 5 to 6 I would have my training, and then 8 to 9 I would have team discussion for like a competition ongoing, for example. So I think when you allocate time, it helps you to like see better how you can optimize your day. And also, yeah, how about you guys?
Yeah, I think I have the same way.
Yeah.
So I always juggle my academics first, and then if I have the extra time, then I join the competition that I really wanted to join.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like your academics, like ultimately come first, but also it's important to have ECAs on your side as well.
Yeah. To add on to what both of them said, personally, I think your time during Form 1 until Form 4 is where you can do whatever you want.
That's true.
But that doesn't mean you don't have to do anything in Form 5 lah. I mean, you can, but when it comes nearing towards maybe your SPM, then you can like stop everything. And also you need to set a time on when are you going to finish the project. And firstly, you have to prioritize it using your academics. Yeah, so you set time for your academics first, and then if you have extra time on that day, then you focus on your ECAs. If you think it's too much of a burden, just don't do it.
Because you know yourself the best.
Yeah, you don't have to end up getting burnt out and anything, right? And it is also not a competition. You have to do it because you want to do it.
Yes.
So set time aside. Yeah.
I think we can all like agree, like at least from 1 to Form 3, like do everything.
Yeah.
Because like what major exam did you study for? There's no
Yeah.
183. Okay, guys, stay in school, study. But honestly, yeah, like do as much as you can, like during your earlier years, and Form 4, Form 5 when you start to grind.
Yeah.
And at least Form 5, and do well in your SPM. Yeah. So speaking on like like building on Form 1 up to Form 5, how would you say like your ECAs shaped your personal growth and helped you secure your scholarship? I think Siew Hao, we talked about how like you joined Shell and Explorer. Would you want to elaborate on that?
Okay. I think I'll talk about scholarship first and then to the personal growth. And I think it's not about the competition that you join that made you secure a scholarship, but it's up to the skills and the things that you have learned throughout competition that make you knowledgeable and having this kind of stories to share with interviewers. Yeah, because I think during my interview for Shell, most of my answers revolve around the innovation topic. And then the interviewers can, just like what I said, they have like a really clear profile of what I'm doing and the things that I'm passionate about. And one thing that I think that I regret when I'm part of this innovation competition when I'm in secondary school is that for most of the projects that we did, we stopped at some point of it, and we didn't continue and publish it sometimes. So I think here's a promotion time. After SPM, when I'm sitting for SPM, I have this idea of creating an app that could help secondary students to write better essays. So after SPM, I fork up some time and I created this mobile application called Essay Guide. So if you're watching this, I'm an SPM student, so feel free to download it. Yeah, I think it will help you. Thank you so much.
Put it in the link.
Yeah. So I think for scholarship, I think they wanted to see like you are really passionate about the things that you are really interested in doing. And I think that's the key to make you and also the academic stuff, because they look at academic first then to the extracurricular. So be focused on academic first, and then if you have extra time, then towards the extracurricular part. And for personal growth, I think it's quite similar. It's about the experiences that I gain
building
from
your resilience, joining all this.
And also the soft skills. I think that's really important, like how to collaborate with people in a team, how you manage a project, and also how you're able to communicate effectively with other person. I think these are the things that really matters when it comes to scholarships as well. So I think that's all.
Yeah, like this might be a controversial question, but like, what do you guys think of like spiked applicants versus like all-rounded applicants? I don't think there's a right answer, but like, I mean, Siew Hao, you talked about how like innovation was like, how like Shell remembered you by innovation.
Yeah.
What is your take on that? What would you advise students if they were like trying to you know,
focus on something.
focus on something or like join everything?
I think when you are starting, especially when you are at a younger age, like from 1 or from 2, you can start to explore more things first.
Yes.
And then throughout these
Yeah.
experiences, you can pick up what you really like. And also one thing that I realized, that I know that innovation is the thing that I wanted to do is when I was doing this kind of project, the time passes really, really fast.
Yes,
It's
that's
the
true.
morning, I can do it all day in front of the desk, like without stopping. So that's the thing that made me to think, that's the thing that I'm really passionate about. So having that goal, you must improve yourself because there's actually a lot of resources online. And for innovation, you all have to like Google search everything and then learn by yourself. I think self-studying is a skill that I pick up also. when I'm
True. Yeah,
starting
I agree.
innovation.
So I guess like the takeaway is like try out everything and then like in the
From
later
there,
years,
yeah.
Form 4, Form 5, you pick out a few things that you
Yes.
enjoy and like
Yeah.
you pursue it till the end, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So I think many students have that
True.
question in their minds. But yeah, I think that's a really good insight. I guess let's move on like to the next burning question that many students might have. So are there any events, competitions, websites, or like social media platforms that could help them in exploring ECA opportunities that you
Yeah,
guys may
yes.
know of?
Personally for me, I was fortunate enough to be like in an environment where opportunities were being offered instead of me having to search out for them. But I would say that the closest thing that you can try is social media because you can always like try to search up, like non-profit organizations like what some volunteering opportunities out there, and also just try to search up whatever is happening around you, like community events or whatnot, because that's how you really like try to explore the opportunities out there that are available for you.
Personally, for me, like if you want to find any competitions, I would just say like, for example, like innovation, just go up to Google and search innovation competitions in Malaysia 2025 or something like that. And there'll be so many popping up.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's just honestly the easiest way. You cannot be lazy. If you want to get something, you want to
Yeah.
join something, you have to go find for it. It doesn't come
You have
to
to
you.
look it up yourself.
Yeah, look it up yourself.
Yeah, I think what I did is I use Facebook, the
Oh my god. Same.
Right. Just for the old people who use Facebook, and then you just search the thing that you're interested in, and the competitions will just pop up down there.
Yeah.
And also one of the things that I got to do also is by using LinkedIn. So for example, if you wanted to become that scholar, I wanted to become a Shell scholar, Petronas scholar, then you just search these scholars, and then you see what they have did before. And then probably like you can find something that you haven't heard before, and you can search it and probably participate in it if you have the opportunity. Yeah.
Because like personally, I think this like quite personal to me because like there were like when I wanted to do lots of debating, there were like lack of opportunities, especially like I think in public schools, most of them like private schools, international schools. So like we had to like look it up online ourselves and social media. So like I think we should try to like democratize access to all these opportunities so that more public school students or students who are like disadvantaged have the opportunity to like enter. So yeah, any notable platforms that you guys might want to share that helped you in your competition, in your search for like competitions or events?
I wouldn't, okay, this is not speaking from experience because I used LinkedIn like quite later. I actually like created my account after SPM. But I would say LinkedIn is actually a great platform because you can search like, competitions going on, events going on, forums, conferences and whatnot. And if it strikes to your fancy, then you can, sign up for it. That's one thing that I wish I would have done earlier because I think I missed out on like quite a few opportunities by not like searching up online and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, what were these opportunities?
I mean like I see my friends like attending like conferences and like exhibitions where I'm like, where do you find these places that I want to go to, but I just didn't know at that time. So I think that's one of the ways that you can try to search up these conferences and whatnot.
Another way is actually like what just Siew Hao said in Facebook. If you really don't trust like just normal competitions organized by outsiders, you can just go to KPM's Facebook page and they'll actually promote competitions. For example, the Queen's Commonwealth Essay Competition, they'll usually promote inside there. So you can just find it from the KPM Facebook,
Is
for
there
example.
any like good competitions for Arduino or like I don't know, anything that you might have entered that you could recommend to students?
Oh, for me, what did I do was I went into UTP's website and I just saw some upcoming events, and sometimes they did promote it in Facebook. And then another one was under UKM. They also promoted it in Facebook. So actually, like what Siew Hao said about Facebook is really true. Just honestly, search innovation competitions to be
Related
there.
to Siew Hao, I think that wait, I forgot what I was saying.
Once you remember.
Okay, I think there's no like a specific website for that currently, and it's something that to keep in mind. So using any resources that you could find online, like Facebook, LinkedIn. And also, I think for me, I'm quite lucky because my school got to share a lot of. Yes, like a school group chat, and they got to share a lot inside the group chat. So I think that's when I discover my first opportunity first, and then after that, I got to research myself and participate more in it.
I remember now, guys. Siew Hao said like, oh, if you want to be like someone, you go to their LinkedIn and see what they've done. And usually the competitions are like reoccurring, so you can always like rejoin like what they've done in the past, you know, like essay competitions, innovation competitions, because it's usually reoccurring, like especially the ones hosted by KPM themselves. So I think that's also like a good opportunity you can explore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like speaking on that, I think there are like lots of resources that you guys can like access online. Like for instance, like debating, you can go to Facebook. I think there's a website called Malaysian Debaters. You can go on there. So like there are plenty of resources. We'll link it down in the video for you guys to access. So yeah, I guess this leads to like probably the last question of today's episode. What would you guys say to someone who would like to start in ECA, is feeling like an imposter syndrome or like feeling intimidated by like the players in the field, and who might not know how to progress from that point, like plateauing in a way? How would you guys what would you guys say to them?
Okay, maybe I can go first.
Yeah.
I also have another story for this. Okay, when I was in Form 1, Form 2, honestly, me speaking here itself is a great miracle, I would say. Because when I was in Form 2, my teacher she made it mandatory for all of us to try out the public speaking to choose a representative for the school. And I actually am not someone who can actually speak like this, to be honest. So when I first did it, I did practice in front of the mirror, but it was really very scary for me because I'm not used to that at all. You can ask my siblings, ask my parents, I was not someone like that. So when I actually did it in front of my own friends, some of my schoolmates and classmates and batchmates, I didn't even finish halfway the script and my teacher stopped me and said, I have no talent for speaking. So it was very, very sad because I had some teachers like this in my school, but it's okay, that aside. But then I did speak to my mother. And at that time, COVID hit. So there were a lot of online pitching competitions. So one of them, I was under UTP also, English competition, and I did join because I thought, okay, this might be easier than normal public speaking because there's no one in front of you. So what they're basically going to test you on is your content and the way you speak. So I just submitted the video, and by God's grace, I did get first prize for national level. So it did kind of answer the question to my teacher's remark. So to whoever who's feeling like they are not good enough, or they think that there are a lot of better people outside of the world than me, honestly, just give it a try. You never know what's inside of you. After that one win, right, it really motivated me and showed me like, you know what, you're not that bad after all. You can try, and you don't have to get it in your head. Just feel like, okay, I have the gift of speaking, I can try. And also try to help people around you, and then you will see like, okay, try to help people around you, and you will see that, you know what, I'm actually talented in this, and maybe I can just focus on this. But like what Siew Hao said, if you're still like Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, just try out everything, and maybe once you're Form 4, try to specify in what ECA you want to do. But at the end of the day, my advice is just give it a shot, and be curious in whatever you do, and at the end of the day, it will pay off. Somehow it will. Yeah.
I agree. Yes.
Yeah, and would like to add on to that.
I think I can add something about when you're in the first 3 years, right? When you participate in competition, sometimes you feel really lonely. So just bring your friends and have fun together.
Yes.
Because that's because if you have friends together, then you guys can just have fun and win something if you guys have the luck or something. So have fun is having fun is a really important component.
Yeah, I think I can like really agree on that. I feel like the first few competitions I joined for debate, I swear we ranked like second last for like consistently all 4 that we did. But I feel like what made it worth it was like the friends and teammates I had. I think, and doing it for yourself, like what Mani said, like it's not about proving yourself to someone else. It's like doing it for yourself and what you want to do. And yeah, Adeena, any last words from you?
I would say just go for it.
Yeah.
Anything, you never know until you try. That's just pure advice from me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like the quote, you know, just
Just do it. Just do it, guys.
Just do it.
Yeah, so I guess that brings us to the end of today's episode of Base Talk Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope I think that this is a great reflection for us. I feel like we are healed episode, and I hope it helped all of you guys find out what kind of extracurricular activity that you guys might want to pursue. And guys, don't give up. Like when he said, do it, just do it. And like I think the key takeaway from this episode is that there's no like single path to success. Everyone had a different journey, and no matter how big or small they were, it built up to something that was meaningful to yourself. So yeah, anything that you do it for yourself. Don't do it for others, and you will find that you will be at the place you want to be when you need to be. So yeah, I hope this episode was really useful for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our Base Talk YouTube channel down below and our Base Instagram. Follow up on our scholarship resources if you guys are planning to apply next year, for instance, and for any other resources we might share online. And yeah, see you guys for the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.
Actually.
Okay.
Yay, 38 minutes.